Yes. Yeah. I don't even know. 4 hours. I'm just kidding. 15 minutes? 4 hours.
Everybody, how you doing? Doing good. I'm gonna keep walking. I'm just gonna say hi to you.
Good deal, man.
Good to
All
see
right.
you guys.
See anything good?
Cool stuff.
Yeah.
You?
Good
You
deal.
good, brother?
All right, we're ready to get started here. We're going to demonstrate today for you our retro R panel going over an existing R panel. If you have a roof system that looks similar to this, where the panel's all rusted, but you want to resheet it to bring new life to your building, you can use our retro R system to accomplish that. And basically all you're going to have to do is remove the fasteners from the side trims. You don't have to remove the trim completely, you just remove the fasteners for it. And it can stay in place. And then you're going to remove the gutter. And then the last thing you'll have to do is come along the eave here and cut that flush with your wall system. So once you got your break and your high side trim and your gutter removed, you're ready to start sheeting your panels. These panels will lay right over the top of your existing panel. The benefits of this is that it's going to be cost effective for labor. You can save on labor time. Minimal people required to install this panel. And also, it's a safer work platform for you because you're not removing the old panel system off of it. So you're going to start off by putting tape seal across the rake side of it so it can seal back to the rake trim. And then you'll lift that trim out of the way and slide it up underneath. Now there's a special design closure to seal off the bottom of the panel at the eave line. It fits the profile of the R panel and also fits the profile of the retro R panel that's going over the top. You want to set your overhang to allow your gutter to go back in place. And again, you're going to use the same gutter that you took off from the old R panel. Now one of the benefits of this panel too is it has a barrier underneath of it that's applied to it, which helps with condensation. So if any condensation that happens to form under it, it traps it in there until your dew point can change back and then releases it back into the atmosphere without causing any issues with your water getting into the building system. So once you got it set, you're ready to start fastening it down. It's going to fasten into the same places that your old panel is. The design of this panel will bypass the existing fasteners. The only fasteners that you will have to remove will be your in-lap or your side lap fasteners. All other fasteners can remain in place. So once you get the fasteners all in place into your purlins below, it's just going to go through the existing panel into the purlins. Then you're going to run your side lap tape sealer down your rib, and then you're ready to join your next panel into place. Another benefit of this system here is that you don't disrupt the business that's going in below whatever is occupying that building. You can keep the business running, so there's no loss of revenue from that company, which could be a good benefit or a sell factor to your customers. Okay, I got a question on the seal that goes along the eave line there. They want to know if there's any kind of foam sealant on it. They don't have sealant on them, but you can apply like tri-B tape or some kind of tape sealant to secure it in place, and that's all you'd have to do on it. Other than that, just compression holds it into place to form the seal. So you just line up your eave again with the overhang that you had on the previous panel, and then you're ready to secure it into place. Okay, I have a question about air circulating underneath the panels here. There's really no design in it. We have the condensate stop that's on the bottom of the panel that's adhered to it, which will help lock that moisture into place if there ever happens to be any, but there's no allowance for air ventilation underneath the system. It's the condensate stop underneath of it that's applied to the panel that allows you to lock that moisture, and then as the temperature changes it releases it back into the atmosphere without any issue dripping into the roof system. Now, it also provides a barrier underneath of that panel to protect it from rust transfer to your new panel. So it acts as a barrier too. There's what it's like right there. Now, if you have longer roof panels, you can do an in-lap with retro R panel. Here we're going to demonstrate the in-lap panel. You're going to line up your lower panel first, get it in place. It's going to line up and fasten to your existing structure. You put your closures in, your freeform closures. And the only modification you'll have to do to the panel system in this application for the in-lap is you're going to create a 4-inch inlet, and in doing so, you're going to have to remove this felt-like lining on the backside to create that metal-to-metal contact. And all you have to do by that is you can do it two methods. You can take like a heat gun and fuse the fibers together, or you can score it down the backside of the panel, create that 4 inches, and then you can take the heat gun and release the glue off of it and peel it off. So that's how you get the metal-to-metal contact for that condition. You're going to run triple B tape sealer at the top side of your lower panel. And now you're ready for your upper panel to go into place. Just to show you, we already removed the felt on the back side of it, so you can see what it would look like with the metal-to-metal contact. So it comes in contact with the tape sealer here. Again, this is going to be a 4-inch lap, so you just lap it over the 4 inches and then fasten to your structure below.
What's the advantage of the felt on the back?
What was that?
Is the advantage of the felt on the back?
The advantage of the felt on the back is to help lock moisture that may be present in between the two panel skins. so it doesn't cause condensation dripping into your building system. It locks it into the system until it releases back into the atmosphere.
Either that, you've been standing or long.
As far as the side laps go on the panel here, you're going to do it just like the Retro R was. You're going to go back in with your lap tests, and you're going to put those at the side laps at 20 inches on center to seal those two joining panels together. So now that all your panels secured into place, the next step you'll do is you'll go ahead and reattach all your existing trim on the high side and the rake. For the high side, you're going to have a special outside closure that goes in place on top of the panel. And again, you're going to want to put sealant across the panel profile where that foam closure is going in place, and then run a continuous bead across the top of it to make a nice weather-tight seal right there. So that's what he's doing right now, is putting that into place. And then you just reattach that through your existing holes into the new panel. But you can see how quickly that your old rusted roof can transform into a nice new clean shiny roof, ready for long service for your new for your existing building. Now that you have all your rake and your high side trim in, you're ready to put your gutter on. Your gutter's going to hook on just the way that it did in the old one. It's going to hook on the bottom of the panel with your overhang, and then you're going to miter it into your rake trim. Now we have a special gutter strap that's built for this panel to hold that gutter in place. It fits the profile of the top of that rib on there. That's all there is to it on installing this. You can see how quickly that was to change the appearance of your roof system with minimal effort and minimal manpower. Do we have any other questions?
Stop by and get MBCI.
We need to restrict that out or expand that out.
Check what we did.
Pretty much.
You get right to you.
Well, that concludes our demonstration. We'll have another demonstration at 1:30 for our online ordering. And then at 3 o'clock, we're going to do another retrofit with using double lock, which is a standing seam roof over this existing old R panel roof. So if you want to come back 1:30 and then at 3 for the for the double lock over R panel retrofit. Thanks.